Do you hear what I hear? Oh, my word. Well, do you hear what I hear indeed? Because
I do.
Those whispers are now full on howls.
They are present.
At the moon. They are present.
They are present. A desperate must win for me. Season on the line.
Well, you didn't play like it. I'll tell you, you did not play in a desperate manner. You just came in, you took care of business in Game 6.
Yeah, I think my biggest victory of the season, I end up beating you 197 to 146. And so now we are tied 8-8. Point lead is in hand for you.
The table is set.
The table is set. We go to week 17. If you win, you are the two-man dance champion. If I win, we go to the first ever week 18 replacements game. Oh, it's so close, Murf.
Here, I'm pouring us a little aperitif. With the table is set, the candles are lit. Here's a little aperitif for you. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Cheers. I mean, biggest week in two-man dance history by far.
By far.
Actually,
it kind of makes the rest of my emotional and mental investment every year up until this seem silly, almost, in comparison, because I had no idea what was in store for us this year. I mean, because like I said, draft day, Christmas morning for us always. It's a very exciting time. And I think, for a lot of reasons, but obviously if every year it played out even close to this, the draft would still be what it is, but it wouldn't feel like, because I think that's where all the juice comes out of the, you know what I mean? We're like usually nibbling on the rinds of the fruit by the time we get to week 8.
Yeah.
Week 7, week 8 of the season, usually.
This last couple of months. But specifically, I looked dead in the water. We got the Josh Allen double touchdown, divine intervention to give me that miracle win.
Yep.
We got your dream premonition, which is now just the sort of just kind of lurking there, getting a little louder every week, just thinking back to that dream. What does it mean?
Yep.
And now we have, so we're either...
by the way, pause you really quick. We're going to be, if you win again this week, we will be debating what that dream meant very hard.
Yeah, you had a premonition that I would finish with exactly 10 wins, which looked truly impossible. And now...
One win away from getting a chance to fulfill the dreams of just a young boy sweating in his bed in the middle of the night, seeing the scoreboard with 10 wins for Midland City. It feels like, you know what I felt like too? I felt like, and I sent you a hex. We talked about this. So we're both also in the air.
You sent a hex to a defenseless traveling man.
It's true. It's true. I waited till Matumbo fell asleep and took a flight, to across country till I tried to dunk on him, and you still swatted me though. You still woke up and you shook that finger.
I'm in the airport and I look down and I see just a flagrant hex from you.
Flagrant.
Basically saying I already have the win in hand. Thankfully, I saw it before I got on the airplane, so I was able to reject it.
You were. You did not let that hang in the sky. I gave enough of an effort towards the hex where I was like, because I was on the flight and the Wi-Fi, Alaska Airlines, they say they offer it, but it's always a little spotty, trying to, which is funny how quickly our bar that has been set for what technology needs to do. It's like, no, I need to be able to live stream football games in the fucking sky.
Yeah.
After the 1:00 games, I realized I was a 30-point dog, according to Yahoo on Sirius.
Yeah.
And so I had my John Lithgow, which, William Shatner for the original, but it's a John Lithgow joint as far as I'm concerned, in the Twilight Zone. The
Twilight Zone remake.
Nightmare at 20,000 feet. So it was Midland at 20,000 feet for me.
I was in the air for most of our match without any Wi-Fi or anything. So I knew nothing that was going on. So I was just sitting there. I was very concerned I was going to open that thing and Saquon was going to have 95 points. You know what I mean?
You had a very balanced effort. I mean, Josh Allen had a rough game, but outside of that, I feel like you had some pretty
best week ever
went.
For the supporting cast.
Yeah. Lamar wouldn't have got it done even if I had started him.
No.
Which again, I'm kind of ride or die with Hurts. We'll see if he's even playing this week. He says he is, but we'll see. We'll see if that's backed up. But we
can talk about my email maybe after. I don't know if you saw my email.
No, I did not.
I have a proposed rule change that I emailed you at 6 a.m.
Oh my God, yes.
So in my plane, I was just, are you familiar with this raw dogging trend?
Oh yeah, what is I've heard chatter of this. What is the?
It's some like weird trend of people. You go on an airplane and you don't read anything, you don't watch anything, you don't drink anything, you don't eat anything. You just sit there the whole plane ride. You don't go to the bathroom. It's like some like test of like mental strength or something.
Sure.
I don't get it. And apparently it's like vaguely dangerous. But so the plane had no, there was no screen, there was no movies or anything. So I was basically sitting there stewing about this. But in that, I had cracked a peek at next week, and I sort of was stewing on a change I think would be better.
I agree with the spirit of this for sure, because especially what they've done. I mean, what Goodell has done to us with this scheduling at this point, late in the season.
I mean, Thursday night football is bad enough, but
yes.
That they're playing on Wednesday at 1 p.m.
No. I agree with you on this.
Really, it's a contingency that if you have a player that's ruled out, you're not losing just because of that.
This seems like part of the plan. I'm gonna go justify this in a fun way. We're both flying the same day. We're up in the air. You don't have in-flight entertainment, which is unfortunate. So now the gods, everything is like building towards you having to sit, up there in the sky and think as close to the gods as we can possibly get. And, because we're not on on those Bezos rockets or Musk rockets. So, that's as close as we're ever going to get to the gods. And they kind of spoke to you in the sky and said, just think about this for a minute.
They did. It really came to me as like, oh, I see how we could solve this.
I say motion. I'm reaching out over Skype to shake a hand here.
All right, let's do it.
All right. We virtually, the Skype handshake is in place. Yes. It came to you in the sky, Tom. What are we going to do? We're going to deny when the whispers make their way up into the clouds. We're gonna just ignore them. We've been talking about them on the ground all fucking year. We're now just going to ignore them in the sky. Come on.
To me, that's one of the benefits of this league. Is just
it is
one of the reasons you have to wait a year to like implement these things. It's just affecting too many people.
It is. We are lean and mean in two man. That's another good thing about just having the two men locked in a tango on the dance floor. It's like you're both just lobbying for what's best for the league, and you have the swiftness and the agility to be able to just move and do things that will make the game more fun.
We don't have red tape.
No red tape.
We don't have bureaucracy.
Lord, no. We refuse to stack any red tape. We have blue painter's tape just in case there's anything we need to brush up. We need to do touch-ups with our brush.
Yeah, I mean, blue painter's tape just comes in handy.
It really does. Just a good, you'll always want a roll of blue painters on hand. Because blue, and it's not too aggressive. It's not green. It's not saying green means go. It's just blue. It's calm.
It's calm. Exactly.
Yeah. You paint the walls of your hospital room with it. It's a nice, cozy.
Yeah. What kind of twisted hospital room would be painted red? It's just.
I know. You're sick. Yeah. You're sick. I have to come visit my loved one, and I'm just. Yeah. Is this some sort of experiment? What is this?
Yeah. I don't want a Stanley Kubrick themed hospital.
I was just thinking that, this is blood just oozing. These are the spirits that have passed in this hospital, just speaking to me through the paint in this wall. Aggressive. Red is a very aggressive. It's a hot topic move.
It is. I mean, Murf, can you believe where we are right now? Week 17, tied, potentially 1 week away from week 18. And if not, you just win the championship. This is just, we've been doing this for 9 years. We've never had something like this.
We have not. And I've loved every second of what we've had.
Me too.
But it's just like it's a renewal of the vows in some ways.
It is. Yes.
You know what I mean? It feels like, hey, look, I've loved you. We've been doing it every year. We're ride or die. We're partners for life. We're on the dance floor. We're doing our thing. It's not like we ever phone it in.
No.
But then this was just one of those where we just get the moment, Kids are off to college. We look each other in the eyes and we say, let's get out there and dance. It's week 18 till our feet fall off.
It's a reminder of how magical the dance can be. I don't think we've ever had a season that matched the draft. And this is it. We're living it.
We are. And I think you're right. No matter what happens, I would agree. Our cup runneth over this year.
It does. And then the ebb and flow of like the whole first half of the season, we were so neck and neck.
Yes.
And it felt like it was going to be that way the whole time. And then you just throttled me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it felt like it was over all of a sudden.
Yes.
And then it just felt like you were going to walk away with it. And now I've had this comeback.
you've stayed in. You took all the punch. You Balboa'd me is what you did.
Yes,
You
that's
kind of
right.
You Balboa'd me.
I Rocky 3'd you.
You did. It was like, oh man, he's done. Like there's just no possible way. You're like, well, he's still on his feet though. He's on his feet.
Yes.
And then you just slowly your way back into it.
That was the noise. That was the noise Josh Allen made as he jumped for the turn pile on that double touchdown.
Yeah. Amari was like, I saw it in his eye. I saw Balboa in his eyes, man. So I had to flip him the ball. He gave me those Rocky eyes. Yeah, I think I think that was you. You just kept coming forward. You kept moving forward, and I'm just like looking at my corner, being like, what is it with this guy?
Yeah,
go down. Everyone's shouting, go down. Molly was out there shouting, go down, go down. She didn't want to see.
I mean, I talked earlier in the season about how I don't talk about fantasy football with Molly, but that has changed with these last weeks.
I mean, yes.
This morning she goes, "Did you beat Murf?" And I went, "Yeah." And then she just went, "Week 18."
Yes.